Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking Chinese expressions or set phrases that's translation of the Western, imported from the West concept. Mostly it's the more modern technology and science. Okay, today we're going to talk about 细胞工程, which is translated as a cell engineering. So it's a type of engineering that's implemented on a cellular level. Okay, 细胞 is the cell, of course, and 工程 is engineering. So as many of such translations, Chinese use two individual characters that was not paired before. And then to create this translation or this concept that's imported from the West, that we create these two Chinese characters set phrase to be the specific meaning for that purpose. So 细胞, I translate as fine placenta. As a Chinese, first time seeing 细胞, you can kind of ask a teacher what that is, right? But just by the word itself, the character chosen there, it already kind of implies what the definition is about. 细 means the granularity is very fine. It's small in size. Chinese, I guess in ancient times, the smallest thing that's visible, still tangible, visible for humans are made of thread. So Chinese use the thread, the fabric, thread thing. Even in today's English expression, right? We have this hair thing or hairpin, right? To give you the sense of how fine things are. And this is the smallest, the scale, the fineness of things. So this thread then to use to mean fine. And placenta is, I guess, the production, like reproduction of humans. This is human fetus wrapped in the uterus. So that's basically what that icon is about. And there's this meat symbol, so it's related to as a body part. So this placenta, this, the human next generation baby's initial housing that's inside the mom, right? And mom has a designated organ for the baby. And that's the thing that's wrapped baby around. And Chinese use this particular organ to mean the wrapping of the fetus, because the placenta grew at the very beginning. It's a very thin layer of membrane thing, right? And then it grows with the baby, as far as I know. Okay, so Chinese use this fine placenta or this fine wrapping of the baby size kind of thing to mean, okay, it's a cell, because cell definitely is not visible to us, to human eyes, right? It has to be observed under microscopics. So then in ancient Chinese society-based language, that there is no such thing. It's not visible to us, right? It's not something even within our consciousness. So when somebody translated these two features, it means something is bio, right? It's meat-based. It's something related to our human body parts. And then this is a super fine, I guess this is the minimum unit of body parts. Then that become the cell. Okay, just a little bit of unpacking. So thread symbol was expressed by these two spools of thread connected by a strand of thread and then eventually made into a fabric, this drapey sign. So that's the Chinese icon for anything that's related to textile to thread. And the right simply is a zoomed up view of a spool of thread. So this, you can view it almost look like exactly what a spool of thread will look like, except like today's spool of thread, oftentimes in this cone shape, kind of shape like that. But in ancient times, I guess it's kind of wrapped in that shape, because in a spool of thread, you will see the thread go diagonally and then wrapped it this way as well. That's how you spooling it. And this is, of course, the spool. So that together to mean we're talking about the fineness of the thread. Okay, placenta, again, baby, uterus, meat, that's especially it means at the very beginning of this fetus age. It's not a full-grown, developed, baby-ready placenta. It's the early stage, so it's a very fine one. I guess this bao eventually not only means a baby, human babies. It can mean like a frog, like what's tadpoles? Okay, tadpoles. When they grow from this tiny little beads of their even if it's external, it's not inside the frog's body, but you can see it's a very thin membrane of things. So Chinese eventually can use that as non-human membranes of things. So together it's cell. Again, 工程, we saw this expression a few days ago because engineering is the main thing for today's age. When we want to be really good at something, we really need to get our tools right and our rules right. Okay, tool. I translate as a craft because it is a tool representing the craftsmanship. This craftsmanship actually is kind of like a civil engineering in ancient times because it involves house building. And house building, essential tool is to make sure you have perfect perpendicular angle in there. And you can see these are the angle 90-degree angle making thing. There are 4 of them. So this house building perpendicular measuring tool then extended into all kinds of crafts that humans build or make. So this tool set representing the whole thing, endeavor, people making things. And rules here came from agrarian societies background. We have this crop symbol, which is the canopy of the tree, root of the tree connected by the trunk of the tree. It's made from this tree icon. And then we add one slanted line on the tip of the highest point of that tree. That means that things are ripening on that tree. And eventually it means crops are ripening, ready to be harvested. So this is the crop symbol. And on the right, we have this mouse symbol. That's somebody speaking. And we have this a side view human body symbol. So, okay, we don't have a human figuring elsewhere here, but this, you can view it as the front side, the arms, and these are the back side, the torsos and legs connected into one piece. So this mouse symbol placed on top of that person's body. So it means somebody is speaking, okay? And the soil symbol here, soil symbol is made of 2 horizontal lines connected by 1 vertical line. Oops, made a mistake there because you cannot puncture through the second horizontal line. It has to be perfectly, okay, let me try again. It has to be looking like that, 2 horizontal lines. Okay, when Chinese write this character, we write first horizontal line and then vertical line first, and then the second horizontal line. That way, the mistake of what I just made, draw the 2 horizontal lines first, and then puncture, it's so easy to happen. So this is the right way to write it. The reason why it means soil, because first horizontal line is a ground level. Vertical line is a type of plant. We didn't specify what kind of plant, just an abstraction of something growing. You have both above the ground and below ground portion. And the second horizontal line is the indicator, kind of like an arrow pointing toward the very tip of the root of the plant. And that indicates that's surrounding of the root of the plant, which is soil. Okay, a lot of derivation from the images. So the soil symbol situated below this human speaking and next to the crop symbol. And to me, that draws to this mental picture of a tax officer. Okay, ancient times, people don't pay tax by money. They pay by crops. So somebody go onto their soil to check out their crops and then evaluate their crops to kind of take a portion of their product of that year and take that as a tax. So this tax officer standing on top of the soil, kind of evaluating what the crops are, and not only evaluating, they have to quantifying how much the crop are, and to implement the rules. And I would imagine the tax, there will be tax rate from the central government. The local tax officer, they cannot make up their own rules. Of course, like the corruption may exist, but that's another topic. In a regular running society, the taxpayer just follow the rules, but their job is to assess the plant in this local soil, right? And they are kind of eventually extend into this rule setters. So this rule setting plus this tool set represent together means engineering to Chinese. 工 and 程 pair together. We simply grasp the two things as an engineering field. You need a tool set and you need a set of rules to follow, the best practice, so to speak. And then you can conduct your engineering project. Okay, so 细胞工程 is Chinese translation of cell engineering. All right, that's all. Thank you for your time. See you in the day.